Hey everybody, it's your boy Dre, and it's Comic Chat Thursday. As you can see, my wrist is killing me, folks, and I'm sorry that it's hurting me. I'm not really sorry for you guys. I'm sorry because it's my rheumatoid arthritis decided to flare up, and I can't really move my thumb. I can move my four fingers, but they hurt like hell and they swell. So I figured I would jump on real quick, talk with you all about some of the cool news, some of the cool things that have happened. Uh, talk about what Dave and I have been recently talking about with the channel, especially not with just this channel, with obviously our Outer Dimensions podcast. People have been asking when's it coming back. In about 2 weeks' time, Dave and I will be back on here. We're just trying to get things ready and situated, try to realign the schedule, not just with him, but with me, so we can make sure we have everything set up so you guys can enjoy a good show. I think our first show back is going to be our Oscar picks for the various categories. We're not doing all like 30 categories. We're going to do like maybe the top 6 categories, and we'll discuss those. Obviously, best actor, best supporting, best actress, best picture, maybe best director. Those are like the ones I cared about anyway. um and I'm going to discuss that with Dave, and we're going to see what's going on. But I did want to just like say that I'm sorry for last week. It just, I got tied up in a lot of stuff. We were going, a flu went through the house last week and the week before last, and it kind of ended around last Wednesday, and we were all just kind of still like, so I just didn't get to do live. I still went to the comic book store. I still went and picked up stuff, and I will go over last week's haul and this week's haul. Um, and I did show off some of the comics. I did show off. I filmed it, but I didn't show it. Colin ended up getting me some Lorcana, which is like the Disney Magic card game. He got me several packs, and I opened them, and I did pull some really cool stuff. I'll show you some of the holographics I pulled. Like, I pulled a holographic Belle, which looks awesome. And apparently, they're giving like a mini puzzle for the 100th anniversary, which is cool. Let's see. Then there was the Cogsworth. I had 4 packs, so give me a second as I'm going through to get the holographics. This was like a rand. This was like a I think I forgot what the, like an item or like a action card. Nothing to hide. And then I think the last one was Arthur. Let me see. No, it was Benja, the father from Raya. So those were my hollows that I pulled, which are actually pretty cool because I didn't get I don't I whenever I can see them, I try to grab a couple packs just to see what I could pull. I love Disney so much that it's, to me, it's, I know the card game probably is going to tank. I know a lot of people actively play it. So I've been, whenever I can grab a couple packs, I do grab at least 1 or 2 packs. Usually that's all I ever see is about 2 packs, and I try to grab them when I can, just so I can open them up and pull, because I do like collecting them. As I do with my Magic the Gathering. Like, those are the only really 2 card games I collect. And Magic I collect pretty often because I do like to play Commander. So I try to keep up to date with the skills. And my son likes to play Magic, and I'm starting to work with him on that. So let's see what is going on in the world. I mean, we just finished our show we did on Saturday with Phil, Yukon Phil. That was a great show on a Saturday show. Really appreciated him. I do know that I will be back on the show again in June sometime. That's what we're shooting for. I know that the summer is a little bit easier for me to make some plans because my wife is home. Obviously, because she's a teacher, so I'm going to try to plan a little bit better. With Phil, I could actually probably do a Sunday show or a weekday show, depending on what Phil wants. You know, and so as long as I have an advance notice, I can like take a day off. Um, so yeah, and I know that we're going to be having some guests show up eventually back on this show. Uh, which, not on comic chats, but the afternoon live. Which, again, I'm sorry today. I ended up like, Rory had a bad dream. Woke up early this morning. We did not fall back asleep, and y'all know my schedule is midnight shift. So when I'm up at 5 in the morning because she's up at 5 in the morning, I did not fall back asleep till like almost 10 o'clock this morning with her, and then we ended up waking up late in the afternoon. So my whole day was started later. But that's neither here nor there. It's what we do as dads. So you guys come here to hear about news and to hear about some toy stuff. Now, I showed this off. If y'all didn't know, I got the Maximum Carnage Mafex figure. This is the comic book one. I absolutely love when they do these Spider-Man comic book remakes. This is actually a reissue of this Carnage. I know that there's a Venom symbiote that I need to get my hands on, and I will when I can find it, because Lord help me, they have not made it easy to find. I know the reissue is coming. They've shown prototypes for it, so we just have to wait and kind of see. I'm trying to see if there was anything else. I did end up finding these, since this is a comic book, channel, and like a lot of what I collect. I did find this, which I did not get to read at Target. So if you guys want, there is a Target version, like it says here, of this very thick graphic novel. It's a hardcover, and this is the Night Terrors arc. Now, the Night Terrors arc was last year, the like the summerish going into the fall, and the arc basically was a DC kind of world event or a universe event for the entire DC universe, where like main heroes and villains were basically experiencing their worst nightmares come to life. So like Batman experienced a life where he, like, the Bat family wasn't around. Harley experienced it. It was like it was really interesting to see it, and I didn't read all the issues because obviously last year I was working, so I missed out on my Wednesdays getting to go to the comic book shop. So I ended up just picking. I only had like the first three issues, so I wanted to get, this is the entire run, which is, wow. You get a lot in this. So you're getting for you get Night Terrors 1 through 4. You get Night Terrors First Blood 1, Night Terrors Night's End 1, and the Dawn of DC Night Terrors 2023 special. So all that was in here, and this was $30. Now each of those individual books is a lot more than $5 a book, so you're talking almost like $50 worth of comic books for $30, and then there was a 30% off for Target. So not a bad pickup. And then they also did this. Now I'm a Superman, kind of a little bit of a Superman fan, not a big Superman fan, but when I see books like this, I try to grab them because I think I love that they have like exclusive Target ones. So this is Superman Corpse, and it's like Wonder Woman as Parasite, and this is the first 5 issues and the Superman annual of the new Superman line that they did. I was kind of interested in reading that, and when you get books for under $20, and it's full run, like a good size run of a series, I pick them up so I can read them. And this my wife got for me, which I think is cool. This is the Everything I Need to Know I Learned from RPGs. Oh, Night Terrors was awesome. I was totally loving it. And and the soup story is actually kind of cool. It's like kind of a Superman like being retold. I know it led into a storyline that was finishing out last year and beginning into this year, which is where he went through the galaxy and was left literally on the other side of the galaxy for years. And he ended up having a relationship with a lantern on a different planet because he thought he was never going to make it home, and he ends up having a baby with this other lantern female, and she's now, like, he gets back to Lois. When he eventually gets back to Earth, he gets to Lois, and there's like this whole dichotomy of like craziness of like his relationship with Lois and like rebuilding that love with this girl that he fell in love with on this planet for years and was like trying to figure things out, and they have a kid together. So it's like kind of a cool push and pull. I don't know how that's going to affect the Superboys line, like the kid super Damian and Jonathan storyline that they have currently going in the comics, but we'll see. But this is always roll with advantage. This is like an actual guy that wrote a couple books. Is this actually like a D&D style but in real world? So like the mailman, it goes into like some really funny stuff. It's a thick read, but it's actually a solid little RPG fan. So if you're a fan of RPGs, definitely pick this up. Check this out. And let me grab last week's books because I have them sort of available to me. Here we go. So this is last week's polls, and last week was Carnage issue number 4, where he's fighting Agent Venom. which or Agent Anti-Venom and Anti-Venom. Sorry, because I know that there is an Agent Venom and then there's Agent Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom is actually really cool. It's the suit that basically, destroys other symbiotes. So I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, one of my favorite things, because last week was a bunch of good Spider books. Spider Punk issue number 1 of the second series. If you are a Spider-Man fan and love Toby Brown in the movie, this is a book to read. Exactly. This is another good book. That's What If. I love the What If line when I was a kid, and the What If that they've been doing for the last couple of years have been awesome. So this is a What If the Venom verse. So obviously with Loki, Doctor Strange, and several other characters. This is Miles Morales alternate cover, the variant cover issue number 17. As you all know, I stay up to date on Miles. Like that's the one of the few books I really am like up to date on, and this series is getting good because this is post Gang Wars, the series. And Gang Wars is finishing up, so I have to finish reading, catch up on that because I know they did certain books, and Daredevil is they just finished Spider Man's part in it. Miles Morales has finished his part in it. Luke Cage has finished his part, I think, in this week's or last week's polls, and then Daredevil was part of this week's polls. So this is a series that I've been wanting to read, and I have I have second and third book, but I didn't have the first book. So this is Bloodrick. So it's kind of like a no dialogue, heavy art inspired comic book, which I love those sorts of things. This is Duke issue number 3. So for those of you that are not currently reading IDW's GI Joe comic book line, this is a Duke comic book. There is a Cobra Commander comic book and a Transformers comic book, all linked in the same universe. So that's what got me interested. Recommendation from the store owner who knows me for years. So when he recommends me a book, it's pretty much a hit. This is the new Punisher series, issue number 4. This is Black. I think what they call this is the Pen and Ink Grim. So for those of you that have not read this, this is like what if the Grim Reaper was alive and Grim Reapers were walking amongst humans, and this is one of the Reapers that doesn't like kind of follow the code. So it's actually a pretty good book in and of itself, and this is a black and white book. So whenever they put these out, I try to grab them. Boom Studios doesn't do them often, but they did them for Something's Killing the Children. I got that one a couple weeks ago. This one, and I noticed they're doing some of their books. It's sort of like the red, black, and white books that Marvel does. So I try to grab those. And this is the variant cover for Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer issue number 6. I have issue number 5 on back order because I am giving those to my wife so she can use them in the classroom. And that's last week's. This week's. And Dave, since I know you're in here, you're gonna laugh at this because I got this and it was the last one, and I didn't want to get it, but because I saw the figure up front, I had to. It is the Goblin Queen. She goes a little baby. It's a cool looking figure. I'm mad at the accessories, but I'm happy with the figure. We had an older Marvel Legends Goblin Queen, and we had a Marvel Selects one, but I wanted this one, and I got it. So it'll go well with my X-Men Marvel Mafex that I'm doing. I've seen that they only have an older Cyclops, and that's not the one I want to get. So I did pick up because I sent this to Dave because I didn't know. So I got this because the Cyclopses that they have currently is only a Mezco, and I don't like the Mezco because it's a soft goods outfit and it tears itself up. Hey, Cobb. So I grabbed the Marvel Legends one so I could have it, and it does come with an optic blast. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is this week, it was a short week this week, so there wasn't a whole lot. So so I got some variant covers because that was a lot of what was left. So here is the variant cover for Daredevil Gang War. So this is like the getting the round out the final of this series here. Put that down there. This I am dying to read. I've been wanting to read this since I heard about this last year. This is Ultimate X-Men, the Peach Momoko, one of the, there's not a variant cover, but Peach Momoko does the artwork for this. So I'm very inspired. It's very anime and manga inspired. So I cannot wait to read this. This is the new X-Men in the Ultimate Universe, the first time in the line that we actually have an Ultimate X-Men. And apparently it looks like we're getting a new uh, a Marvel event, which it's coming in May of this year. It's going to be called Blood Hunt. Eternal night descends upon Earth's mightiest heroes in the bloodiest Marvel event ever. And it's called Blood Hunt 1 of 5. And it's in May of this year. And Blade looks to be the main who will bite it. I did hear about this, and I did hear that they were looking to kill a major character off. Um, they say that, and then they always bring them back because of fan demand. We'll see. I mean, they could go to the new Ultimates universe, which is awesome how that universe is run because it's actually run by an Illuminati of villains. And then when there's supposed to be an ultimate like attack on those villains, so I'm excited about that. This is Thanos issue number 4. I love this series. I love Thanos. He's a great villain. You know, him getting his own solo run was kind of like how they did Doctor Doom's solo run a few years ago. Love that too. Here is Sentry. This is his solo run. I'm still on the fence with this series. I like Sentry as a character. I just don't know how I like the book. You know, so I may just finish. I don't know if I'm gonna get the rest of the run after. If I like book 4, I'll get the rest of the run. But if not, then I'm staying away from it. This is another what if, and this is what if, and Colin will like this. What if aliens? What if Carter Burke had lived? So this is actually taking place during the Aliens movie series, and if Paul Reiser's character didn't die. So I love what if comics. I like I said, when I saw this on my pull list, I was like, ooh, I gotta get this because I loved Aliens. It's one of my favorite movies. I listed it on some of the best sci-fi movies of all time, and I was like, how could you go wrong with a sci-fi series where you go back and talk about this character living and what his effect would be, especially since he worked for Wayland Wan T. So let me put my X-Men book over here. Black Panther 2 comes out. Ultimate Black Panther 2 comes out next week, so I'm excited about that. This is the new crossover series that they started called the Spectacular Spider-Men. So this is how now we're gonna have Peter Parker and Miles in the same book. This is one of the 4 alternate, like the variant covers. They did not do they had like the store exclusive one, which is like $30. I love Spider-Man, but I'm not gonna get a $30 book like that. When I don't have the money like that to do that, but I did pick up the variant cover because it still costs the same as cover price. So I grabbed this one, especially I like that the artwork on it. It looks a little like streamlined. I felt like the regular cover had Miles looking really frail, had Peter Parker looking like not like they didn't look good. Like this looks like the final swing suit, and this looks like the ultimate Miles suit. So I was like, all right, I'm with this. You know, let me get this. And this is going to be interesting because again, I love both. I love Miles getting spotlighted in a book. I feel like he is the Spider-Man that like pretty much everybody has agreed he is the Spider-Man of the modern era. And the artwork in this is actually really solid. It's very much the Ultimates artwork. So, you know, I'm excited. And then they're bringing back. Yes, there's some cool stuff. Like I said, I'm actually looking very forward to them bringing some characters back into the Spider Verse of characters in the comics. So yeah, that was the pickups for last weekend. This week, I'm sorry I did not like give you guys a good view of what they were. Actually, I forgot to show that this came in too. Um, I showed this off on Phil's show. Um, Chibi Goku from GT. This is the SH Figure Arts. This was the SH Figure Arts store exclusive, and eventually they took it off of the store exclusive and they made it exclusively a regular buy, which I was so happy to get because I've been wanting this Goku. Because I have Vegeta, I have Trunks, but Chibi Goku was always one of my favorite characters from the show. I mean, Vegeta's still my character, and so is Trunks and Piccolo. But I don't know if I showed you guys this. I have until Mafex makes one, you get a Marvel Legend. Like I said, Mafex puts out a comic book Cyclops that I like, and what was it, a Nightcrawler. I'll transition those characters out of my collection. Um, Obviously, Sentinel finally released this, which is the Spider-Man Noir. Big shout out to Andrew from Toyco for letting me know that he had this because I did not remember. I thought I pre-ordered this and I did not. So I was very happy because it's Spider-Man Noir. And Dave is actually inheriting my Marvel Legends. As you can see, some of my Spider-Mans have been off the wall because I had to get the better version of the character. What have we said on this channel? If you're going to collect something, collect the best version of it so that way you don't have to keep getting other versions. This is the best version of this we're going to get, minus the cloth goods. Now, mind you, if Mafex releases one with cloth goods, I'll be happy. But until then, Sentinel's going to be the win. And let's see. The big one that people wanted to know about. This is one I showed on Phil's show, but I'll show it here. One of the most anticipated SH Figure Arts for me was Final Swing, from No Way Home. I had pre-ordered this like a year and a half, like a year ago when when SH Figure Arts had put it up for pre-order, and I totally forgot it was on Amazon. I left it on there, and then I forgot that I pre-ordered it through Toyco, and got them. And I just said to everybody yesterday in our oh yeah, the Final Swing one looks amazing. I think it's the best colorway. One of the best colorways we're gonna get a Spider-Man. Now you could get that similar non-metallic sheen colorway in the Mafex comic accurate suit. But a lot of people love this metallic. If you guys could look, there's like a metallic sheen to the colorway. So if you don't like that, get the Mafex version. The Mafex version is the comic book accurate color scheme, which is this same color scheme, just done in the comic colorway, minus the metallic sheen. So yeah, I think it needs that little metallic sheen, which I like. And I think that I'm glad that we ended up getting that one. Um, or I'm glad I got it for the collection because I don't like the ironically enough, I don't like the Mafex colorway. I think it's a little too light for me. And I say this as a Spider-Man fan. I would have liked it to be a little bit closer to the comic books, less looking like pajamas, in a colorway that would have been a little bit that pops. Because I love my figures, all my Bayfex figures pop. Like the Carnage, it pops. That red, the black, the pinks, like everything on it, the white, they all pop. So I wanted something that would like stand out. So oh wait, I should show because I didn't show this. Colin is trying to build my collection, and I made a joke about this. I said that I don't outwardly buy them. So Colin has made his duty to purchase me Predators. So he has told me for every holiday, birthday, like anytime he's gonna get me something, expect the Predator. So I got this Predator, which is the largest figure I own, next to a Hot Toy, which I will be owning soon. I mean, he is like almost like a 10-inch tall figure. So I want to get him out the box and see how he stands up against the SH Figure Arts and the Mafex and the Marvel Legends, just so I can kind of gauge because the Marvel Legend 10 inches are pretty big. Like the what was it, the Captain America green armored suit from the What If series, some of their larger figures that they make, the 10-inch scale like Thanos or anything like that. We're gonna test them against that to see what the scale looks like. So be coming for a video for that soon too. And oops, that fell over. And I think oh, so for those of you that are looking, Yeah. So let me speak on that. What Dave just said. So let's actually highlight Dave's comment, and we're gonna discuss something. So for those of you that don't know, we do the Dave does the ride for Roswell. I was a part of last year's, but very minimally. I didn't get involved heavily in it, just because of time and everything and money, because I didn't have any real connections. But this year, I've made some very solid connections, as you guys saw, that I can get us some really good prizes. I am currently working on with Walter Hagen of the Mythic Legions and Four Horsemen fame and Cosmic Legion fame. Walter is trying to get me a signed figure for the ride for Roswell. It is something extremely important to Dave, myself, his wife. For anybody that's had a family member that suffers from cancer, this ride for Roswell is important. So Dave and I are curating boxes. Hey, Rolando, we have curated 7 prize boxes. So I have one box I'm curating that I'll be sending off to Dave in a few weeks once I get the things together for the box. And once I get we have 8, sorry, 8 boxes. 8 boxes as I stand corrected. So we have 8 now, and as he laughs at me. So we have 8 boxes. I'm gonna curate one box that Dave will get, and Walter is basically and Four Horsemen Studios are donating again to this. I love the fact that they are always Walter is always willing to support any of the causes that we work with. He's always willing to work with us whenever we do any sort of, you know, charity event. So I love that Walter's always asking. He's told me in the past, reach out to me whenever you have an event. If I could do something, I could do something. So right now I'm working with him. I got to reach back out to him to make sure I get that prize out to I have a mail it to Dave instead of me. That way Dave can do all the mailing because I have no time. I will not lie to you folks. I am my schedule with 2 kids, a wife, and having little to no time. It took me forever to get Dave's box out. Cole Bain, I still have your box, but I'm gonna wait till I see you. Hopefully in a little while, so I can see you. Maybe we'll go to the zoo or something like that with the kids and the wives. We'll figure that out. But I know he'll catch us on the replay, so that's why I'm saying that. Um, but yeah, Dave just finally got his box from me that was sitting since early January. I had that box literally it was packed by my door. So it was finally good to get it out to him. And I have another box going out to Dave, but that box will be with his gift that I have in there for him, and the ride for Roswell items that I want to give away. I think I'll do something comic book themed again. And maybe another comic book theme box. I would love to do something very positive for this. We'll see what it is. It might be a graphic novel. I might put in some graphic novels. Might put in something else. You never know. I may just go to Target and do something cool. I haven't figured it out yet. But I when I do, Dave will know, and that box will be something you can donate to. And we are not taking the donations. You will go through Dave. Dave has the links on all the social medias. I've shared them on my social media. Definitely check out those links. You can donate, and when we get the rules for what the donates are and what we'll be doing, because I know Dave said he wants to do a stream. It'll if he could do it on a Saturday, I can be a part of it for at least some part of the time. But if it's any other day of the week, I can't really do it. So, but Dave and I'll be talking about that. I will say I did see Dune Part Two on Saturday. And I texted Dave after I got out the movies and told him it's not a bad film, but I will stress to you, if you really want to see this film, see it in IMAX. I think it's way better in IMAX than just regular. That's one. And two, chalk out at least 4 hours of your day for this film. I kid you not. The film is 3+ hours. 3+ hours. And it's damn good. It's just it's long. And for someone who has rheumatoid arthritis and does not like to sit in any place for longer than like an hour, I was there squirming in my seat. I felt like I was like a little kid, and it was rough, but it was still good. And I strongly suggest they didn't have any of the cool buckets, which I know several of my friends on Facebook had reached out to me and tagged me in that bucket, the Dune 2 bucket, thinking I was going to get it. I was like, nope, not getting that bucket. Nope. Now the Ghostbusters, I'm hoping that AMC, not AMC, but Regal has something for those. Now we're not seeing it till Saturday the 20. Let me see the tickets. It'll let me know here. Let me see. Oops. All right. We are seeing it on the 23rd, Saturday the 23rd. That's when me and my family are going to go see it. Dave, nasty ass sus bucket for Dune. Yeah, that bucket was a little bit sus. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little bit weirded out by that bucket. They had a regular, so I know Cinemark was the. I think Cinemark was the place you had to go get that bucket, and I think AMC had it too. I know Regal just had a regular like black bucket with the logo from the movie poster on it, and then that logo was on the cup. So Madam Web had the same thing. It was a black bucket with the Madam Web logo on it. So Ghostbusters, we hope we can get a Slimer bucket because I would love to get a Slimer bucket. I know my wife and I would love it for the nostalgia sake of having that, and I would be willing to. And my daughter and my wife eat the crap out of the popcorn, so I wouldn't mind getting that and having the Slimer bucket. So we're gonna wait and see. There's a cool cup maybe too, but I know when we saw the Marvels was the last time we bought any of the buckets, and we have the big Marvels bucket in the kitchen, and my wife has the cup in our bedroom with the special little figure popper, like figure topper, which is Miss. We I think it was Captain Marvel. We ended up getting. They had all like I think it was you could have gotten the villain, Spectrum, Miss Marvel, and Captain Marvel were the four toppers you could get for your cup, and we got Captain Marvel. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I will state that we're not doing. I had suggested this to Phil that I was thinking of doing this. We are not. David, I do not have the time or the ability to do a WrestleMania style stream watch along. I just don't have the time in me on a Saturday to do that, and on a Sunday I work. Especially that it is the week. WrestleMania is the week after Easter, and I already took that Sunday off to do to do stuff with my family for Easter Sunday. We do something every year, so I was not missing this year. I already missed a birthday party a couple months ago, and I felt kind of bad. So I'd like to, fix that. So that's what we're. I'm off on Easter Sunday, but I'm working WrestleMania Sunday. So I'll be working, watching WrestleMania on this screen. We're working over here, so I'll be muted. But Saturday's WrestleMania, I'll be watching night one. I will be texting people in the text group. If you want to be in the group to text us and talk with us, I can get you guys the access to the IG chat group, and you can join up with us and have fun talking wrestling. If that's not your shtick, don't worry, I understand. A lot of people don't like wrestling. It's cool. But I think right now wrestling is very, very hot right now. It's a very good thing. I actually like that they did the Batman Robin meme as a T-shirt for The Rock slapping Cody. I'm actually very tempted to buy that shirt on shopwwe.com. So I might have to check that out. Actually, I could try to pull it up for you guys now. Let me see. And I do have $25 of their fan money from what I ordered a couple weeks ago. And I already have WWE 2K24 coming in. So let me see here. The shop. And they're doing free shipping right now. Oh wow! So they've already announced the two for the Hall of Fame. They got the Hall of Fame T-shirts up, and it's Bull Nakano. Wow! Here, let me let you guys see what I'm seeing. All right. So you can see here there's Bull Nakano. She's being inducted to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I have to double check. I think she's still alive. And then Heyman just got announced as he was being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, which is kind of long overdue. But hey, I kind of like that. I do think that's really cool that they did a commercial. The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order, the NWO. Love the CM Punk stuff. Might get those sweatpants. Those joggers look really dope. And then this is the T-shirt everybody is talking about. Oh, this is different. So they have two different shirts. There's the one where it says "Get ready to learn the lyrics to Kingdom," where he slapped him, and then there's the Rock version of the shirt. Wait, let me see if that's still up here. Because I have this one, the Claim Your Kingdom. I got that when we went to the SmackDown show. They don't have the other one. I guess they. Let me see if it's under the Rocks merch. And it is Women's History Month, and I will be doing something special on my channel for that. I'll let you all know what we do. I haven't decided what I want to do. Yeah, here it is. So this is the shirt that everybody likes to get. I might get the other one. It says, "Hey Rocky, we are not crybabies." He says, "Shut up, you're all crybabies," and that's the Rock slapping him. And they have the other version, so you can get the Rock version of the shirt, or you can get the Cody version of the shirt. So I didn't know the Rocket. I didn't know they made two separate versions of the shirt, which is actually pretty cool. That's very different than what I expected. So again, if you guys like WWE stuff, that was like the one of the best moments in the show. Yeah, I definitely love that Cody's logos on it. And then get ready to learn the lyrics to My Kingdom, to Kingdom, which is definitely a dope song. So yeah, there, that's pretty dope. And Cody has joggers too. Oh, cool. I think it's stupid to wear flip flops though. Oh, that's pretty cool. They make their stuff so expensive, but let me tell you something. Their stuff is better than AEW's. Definitely better than AEW's. Oh, why would I hate Dave? I'm all Dave. Listen, I'm all Team Cody. I am Team Cody. I bought Claim Your Kingdom. I'm itching for Cody to win. AEC, what's up? Good to see you, sir. I'm a huge Cody mark. And Cody is, if he doesn't win, I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised if we don't see Cody win. But we'll have to wait and see. We're not at that point yet for Mania. I do know that there are a lot of Mania predictions. Several of the people have been, if you're smart to watching, like JD from NY, Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, WrestleMania. I do listen to all those podcasts, and they're actually really spot on. JD from NY, I think he's more spot on than everybody else. Hey, Hermano, what's good? Captain Spaulding's in the building. Um, but yeah, like it's actually I'm Team Cody. I would actually say I think my Team Cody shirt is not right available, but I do have my Hell Froze Over Punk shirt. This is my Hell Froze Over CM Punk shirt, and then I have it here because it's cool. My Spider Punk T-shirt my wife got me for Christmas. I was folding laundry and I just realized I had it by the couch. I was like, oh, let me grab that. But yeah, the Team Rock. The Rock's cutting great promos on SmackDown. If you guys aren't watching SmackDown, he's cutting some kick ass promos. If you guys aren't watching that, you need to be. Um, at least SmackDown I think is doing really well. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I can't remember. Um, any questions? I'm waiting to hear if you guys have any questions. You guys should be watching New Japan. You guys should be watching TNA Impact because it's pretty good. TNA's wrestling is pretty good. I actually got to give it not great, but it's good for what it is. It's a good alternative to AEW. We miss you too, brother. I know you've been playing Helldivers, and I see you playing Helldivers, and I see you when we get to play Fortnite. But work schedule aside, it makes it difficult to do these things. So you gotta plan when we can. Oh, I don't know if I showed this. What was it? Box Lunch has the exclusive Across the Spider Verse. So you got Gwen, Spider Man India, Miles, and Hobie, and then on the back you get 2099, which is dope. So, any questions, comments, anything you guys want to ask? I'm sitting here hoping you guys have questions as I stretch and try not to hurt my wrist because it's killing me. And I feel bad because nobody wants to ask questions. Type your questions. I don't want to just be a talking head. And I will say this, Colin, since you're in here, big shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much for the Lorcana cards. I really appreciate it. I didn't do a pack rip, but I totally love the cards. I'm still looking for more of these. Not the booster, the starter decks, but the booster packs because the booster packs are definitely harder to come by. So if you see any some, let me know. Anything you guys have to ask, questions, comments. I'm here. I'm gonna start doing like the Seth Rollins. Oh, let me get some water. I will put this out there. If you guys are, does that shirt come in adult size? This shirt? Which shirt are you talking about? The Cody one, the Crybabies one? Yeah, let me. I'll present it again. It's they do they the WWE. I got to give it to them. They really do care about people that are a little bit bigger because AEW charges more. WWE does not. So like you can get the Cody shirt and it goes all the way up to 5X, and it's still 32.99. But if you were to order it from like Shop AEW, Shop AEW charges, oh Jesus, what was it? Like the shirts are 29.99, but then they when you go to like 2X, they charge you $4. Then they charge you I think once you get into like the five, I had a friend of mine that was like 5X. I went to order him a shirt and it was like almost going to cost me 40 something dollars just for the shirt before shipping and tax. So Shop AEW does charge a lot more for shipping because they go through pro wrestling tees. WWE does everything through in house, and I love it because they really do care about getting their merch to you, and it's quality. AEW, I love their stuff. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause I bought, like I said, I got Sting's shirt, Eddie Kingston, but I won't be buying their T-shirts until I see their quality step back up. Now, quite like seriously, you could spend more money and get a quality T-shirt made, but the thing is, you're paying more money to get that T-shirt, where WWE just charges you a little bit more, and you're getting a quality shirt. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna get this one, the Cody Rock one, because I love that it sort of like reminds me of the Chris Rock or the Batman. It's like Chris Rock and Will Smith, and the other one was like Batman and Robin. So I think these look cool, and definitely if he wins when he I shouldn't say if when he wins Mania, I'll definitely want to pick up Cody's WrestleMania win T-shirt. Because Cody's cool. I've met him. He's actually a really cool guy. I met him when he was the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion here in Charlotte. He was at a local at a Ring of Honor show, and my nephew Devin took a picture with him, ran over to me with the Ring of Honor heavyweight title, and then I had to escort him back, hand Cody the belt back, and then Cody spent like 10 minutes talking to us. It was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had with a professional wrestler. Actually, really taking the time to talk to me, talk to Devin, and then this is what, mind you, before Cody actually had his daughter. He was married to Brandy already, but they hadn't had their little daughter Liberty yet. And this is before AEW even started. So this is when he was part of the not the NWO, the Bullet Club. So I ask again, any questions? comments, queries. I can't think of what the other word is I was going to say. I hate always being a talking head. This is supposed to be interactive. Like I said, I will say this, I'm probably not going to be able to play Fortnite this Friday on the stream because my finger, like I said, my thumb is literally there's a bone spur right here that's literally pressing right on my nerves and it sends pain all the way down to my elbow and like my whole arm is in pain and it makes me feel just like ugh. So I can't even move my thumb to move the thumbsticks. So don't count me for playing video games this week. Which makes me sad because Fortnite's one of the things I look forward to doing. But without any pain medicine, and even the pain medicine I do have, it doesn't help. So, questions, comments, people, make sure you're smashing that like button. And no one says anything as I sit here. Nobody asks a question. Well, I'm going to give you guys 3 more minutes. If nobody asks a question, I'm going to end the stream a little bit early. I wanted to do that. Like I said, I've been wanting to do a haul video, kind of a catch up video. I feel like we discussed a lot of good stuff. Is there any questions, comments, things you would like to see this channel do? I do, like I said, I'm sorry that I missed the afternoon stream today. Like I said, the reason why, just Rory had a very bad dream this morning, woke up at like 5 something this morning, and it was rough to get her back to sleep. So that threw off the entire day. Ah, dude, you're not feeling well? Cobb, I'm sorry, my dude. No bueno. Get better, my guy. Feel better. Now, I will say if you are interested in helping out Dave with the ride for Roswell, do reach out to Dave or myself and let us know if you want to donate something. Uh, if you want to if you want to do something, definitely reach out to Dave and myself, and we will gladly accept the help. Um, I know Dave is doing some stuff for Ghostbusters, going into what we have for Frozen Empire. Colin's been doing some really cool stuff with his Ghostbusters cosplay. My Ghostbuster cosplay has kind of halted, but it is not because I'm still trying to find the ghost driver. I know when I had my old Mercari account, I have to find a way to access my older Mercari account so I can get my ghost driver. And yeah, I know that Rex is working on the helmet, but my outfit's not going to be the typical thing you guys are thinking. So it's going to still be an and Dave and I have discussed this. It's like it's a combination of Common Rider and Ghostbusters. So I'm paying an homage to Ghostbusters, but being more heavily Common Rider and Sentai influenced. So that's my plan. So I'm going to be that member. And we kind of actually realized, Dave and I realized we do have a team going, which is Hey Archer, myself, Dave, and EC Collecting. Dave would be like the honorary leader of our team because he's the most experienced Ghostbusters fan. Hey Archer would be like next. Colin and I would be like on the latter end. So I consider myself more like the Peter Venkman of the team. I'm comic relief and I could be a face. Where like Hey Archer is also like Venkman, but I feel like he's more like Dan Aykroyd. Dave is like Spangler, and then Ernie Hudson is our boy Colin. So see, we all kind of perfect right there. Unless anybody wants to argue that point, which I was expecting Dave to make some sort of comment about that. I like that. Me, Egon. See, you're smart. You're a tech nerd. It works. I'm not that much of a tech nerd, and I'm more like Venkman. I'm a face. I can talk and get myself in and out of trouble. Venkman gets himself in trouble more than he gets out of trouble, and I have a smart mouth. Gets me into trouble, so it kind of works. And you do love Twinkies. Yes, you do. Well, I love Twinkies too. So I haven't had one in a long time. So I'm gonna end the stream a little bit early. I was gonna go for a full hour, but I'm gonna go relax, take some medicine, and just kind of read some comics, watch some TV, and veg a little bit, and spend some time with the family. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this week's episode. I appreciate everybody that came through. If you watch this on the replay, thank you so very much. Again, the ride for Roswell. If you're interested, hit Dave and myself up. We will tell you what we need, what the information is. If you want to participate, or if you want to be a person that wants to actually donate something, or if you want to actually donate not an item, but you want to donate to the cause and find out how to get the prizes. So we will have all that information for you. Okay. Dave will eventually put a video out on all our channels, and it will, once he does that, you guys just follow what he says, and I will support it in 125%. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. As always, my friends, stay geeky. Peace, y'all. For democracy.